All right, welcome back to Sheridan Park Gym. K-Mac here at the Brick Palace. Well, at the break, 30-22, the Wildcats hold the lead over the Admirals. And leading the way scoring-wise for the Wildcats with 13 points unofficially, Dave McClark. McWhorter, 3, 4, 6, 9, 11, 13 as well for Jaquan Davis McWhorter. 2 for Aaron Matthews, 4 for Clem Hunter. Again, all those unofficial. And leading the way for the Admirals is Jemiah Smith with 12. All from beyond the three-point line. Devon Taylor Ray with 4. Brian Griffin with 4. Devon Harrison with 2, all unofficially. Now the Wildcats will be going from our left to our right to start things off here in the second half. Hunter with the basketball. Gets it out to Clark. Playing a two-man game. Now serves it up in the baseline. Driving in. Nice pass underneath. Goes up. Gets the underneath of the basket stanchion. Clark will pick it up. Spin to the rack. Good defense on him, but he goes up and is fouled on the play. Him and Clark has that nice spin move. He can do a lot with it. This time he'll find himself back at the free throw line. Shooting 2 to see if he can extend that lead, 30-22. Here in the second half action, Clark will dribble the ball once, spin, flex, and release, and nail down the free throw. Clark from Clahalia Secondary, the only player that's not a member of the Mountain View Middle School team, and he'll knock down both free throws, so look out for him in a couple of years, huh? 31-22. How come he didn't count one of those? I don't understand what the heck they're doing over there. Long shot by Smith. Closes the gap. 30. There we go. Now they finally put it up there. And I'm too swift on the scoreboard over there. 32-25. That's coming into front court. He was happy with his own shot last time, was Jemiah Smith. He picks it up off the hardwood, off the defense by Hunter. Try to get him back, has the ball deflected high in the air by Taylor. It's corralled back in, however, by Smith. And we have a 5-second violation called against the Kitsap Admirals. Wildcats will inbound off to right in front of us is Jaquan Davis McWhorter. Hunter with the basketball. Looked to drive in, the ball tapped away, but corrals it back in and serves it up to the corner. Shot off the mark by Taylor. Clark with the offensive rebound. Who turned and spin and fire for the baseline. Misses the shot off his rebound, pulled down. Gets it back up to Clark. Ball tapped out. Clark will stay with himself. Tries to get it back out on top. Ball to Taylor, but the ball stolen away. Thrown away by Crozier. Gets it in to Coots. His shot off the mark. No good. Off the hands of Crozier. And instead we actually went off a Kitsap Admirals hand. They'll get the inbound to Coots. Goes up. And they called an offensive foul on Malachi Coots. 34-25. Matthews with it. The other man goes in, goes from the left hand to right hand. Can't get it to stop it. Get the drop. Taylor with the rebound, but he gets served it back underneath to Clem Hunter, who gets the 6th point of the day and extends the lead now 36-25. Largest lead of the day. Long shot by the Admirals. 36-28. Hunter fires underneath. And the ball stolen away. Rolls around the floor, picked up off the floor by Harrison. Harrison skip past underneath the Crozier. Peels back out, fires underneath, stolen away. Errant pass. Matthews comes all the way and hands it off to Taylor, who scores. 38-28 now, biggest lead for the Wildcats over the Admirals. Smith gets it to the baseline. A fired it underneath for a little 4-footer, rolls off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Eche. Clark will pull down the rebound. Here's Hunter on the run. Fires underneath. Good defense. Reverse goes up by Taylor. Can't get it to drop. Long pass down to Crozier. Returns and fires at Crozier. Off the mark. Hunter with the rebound for the Wildcats will slow things up momentarily. Crossover dribble. Turns, finds wide open on the sideline. And before the shot, we have a timeout called on the floor by the Bremerton Wildcats. DJ Joe Franks. Bremerton Wildcats. With that said, we'll take a break too. Back in 30 seconds after these words by Tiny Mushroom Sign Shop. And we're back. All right, welcome back to Let's See there. Oh, I did it. I knew I was going to do it. The Sheridan Park Gym, about ready to say Let's See our Jim Kinmo's court. We'll be back there in a few days, but on Monday with HighSpeedSports.com, special presentation of high school basketball. The Central Kitsap Cougars hosting the Bremerton Knights. Here, the Bremerton Wildcats see Hunter fire 3 air ball. Ryan Griffin will pull down the rebound. And Smith with the basketball, and there's a foul call on the play on the Wildcats on Aaron Matthews. Running clock, second half. Shows 14:54 left to go here in the contest. It's rebounding right in front of us is Devon Taylor Ray. Gives it back up to Jemiah Smith, who handles the basketball a lot for the Admirals, and there's a legal screen called against the Admirals. They'll turn the basketball over, and inbounding right in front of us, Jaquan Davis McWhorter. McWhorter will fire a 3 off the front rim. Can't get it, drop, long pass down, overthrown. Trying to stay it from going out of bounds as Jemiah Smith runs into the brick wall here at the Brick Palace. Turns the basketball over to the Admirals, and Kaliam Hunter will bring the ball out of backcourt for the Bremerton Wildcats. DJ Joe Franks, Bremerton Wildcats. Here's McWhorter, cut off on the baseline, tried to get it back on top to Hunter. The ball stolen away by Smith. Left-hand dribble in the court with a hand check foul, I believe, on Hunter. Admirals will maintain possession, not the foul by Hunter. And the inbounds off to our left. Kuchel inbounds off to our left. And gets it into Taylor Ray. Defended there by McWhorter. They'll skip the ball underneath. They'll kick it back out again for Smith, who goes up. May have been partially blocked, keeps it short. Hunter will pull down the defensive rebound for the Wildcats and then throw a long touchdown pass down to McWhorter. He makes the catch, and he is pushed down on the 5-yard line as makes the catch and delivers the hit, falls to the hardwood, pops back up. No harm to him, but there is a foul on the play. Non-shooting foul. Wildcats will inbounds off to our right underneath their own basket with the clock ticking away with just under 12 minutes to go. Clark will hit the shot. Having a great day at the Brick Palace is Clark. Extends the lead 38-28. 40-28, excuse me. Biggest lead of the game by the Wildcats. Now sits at 12. And a foul on the play on the Wildcats will send to the free throw line for the Admirals. Eche. First free throw, no good. 40-28, Wildcats have the lead. Next free throw by Kidiche is good. 40-29 lead is 11. Driving in with McWhorter. Can't get the drop. The opposite rebound pulled down. Nick goes up. That can't fall, and he goes off. A Admiral and out of bounds. Wildcats maintain possession, leading it 40-29 with just under 12 minutes to go here in the contest. Hunter wide open on your side on the angle. Can't get the triple to drop it there with the offensive putback is McWhorter, who scores 42-29. Next time I come and do a game here, I'm going to bring my hand warmers. They're driving in for the Admirals. Was Taylor Ray, but scoring on the play are the Admirals, and they don't have front jersey numbers on, so now you have to wait till they turn around to see who scores. And I believe that time it was. I can't give you that. I can't give you that. Sorry, 42-31. Wildcats inbounds off to our right. Nice pass inside. Nice feed in there to go up and stick it in is Taylor. 4 points for him unofficially. 44-31, a 13-point bulge. Biggest lead of the day for the Wildcats. And then a turnover by the Admirals, or by the Wildcats, excuse me, by the Admirals. I'll give the ball to somebody so I know what's going on out there. Come on. There we go. That was the Admirals turnover. Shaking, baking in the lane is Enoch Taylor, and gets to the fall. Nice move inside in the paint by Taylor. 46-31. The Wildcats' lead keeps growing here in the second half. And a shot from the baseline. Count it. For Deshaun Harrison. 46-33. And a mid flex release, and free throw will twirl out. On the run, McWhorter in the front court. Going from left to right. Nice pass by McWhorter. Finding Clark slashing into the paint. He goes up to the big right hand and scores. 48-33. Here's a nice drive in by Harrison. Getting the loose ball and sticking in is Kidiche. 3 points for him. 48-35. Lead back down now to 13. Clark with the basketball. Fires a nice pass underneath. Nice no-look pass by Clark. Finds McWhorter underneath, who scores to get the lead back up to 50-35. And then a double dribble back on the other end is Devon Taylor Ray for the infraction. That's a new number coming in for the Admirals. I'll tell you who that is as soon as he turns around. As inbounding for the Wildcats is going to be Jaquan Davis McWhorter. To Matthews. Quick as a cat. Dives in, but losing control of the basketball. Then losing control of the basketball is Kidiche. And there's Damon Clark to stick it up and in. A wonderful game for Clark. 52-35. 17-point lead. They're going into the lane is Jemiah Smith. And he walks for the basketball. A turnover by the Admirals. A running clock here in the Park and Recs division. Nice pass to Hunter. Gives it to Matthews. Nice dish. Matthews scores off the nice feed. 4 points for Matthews unofficially, of course. 54-35. 19-point bulge. Shot off the mark by the Admirals by Moffitt. And back the other way, and scoring is Matthews. 6 points for him. 56-35. Just start turning into a runaway by the Wildcats. Both teams came in here at 2-1. Smith goes up and is fouled on the play. And appeared to be before the shot. Nope, he will find himself at the free throw line. Is Smith, who has 15 points on the afternoon. Wondering if there'll be another game after this to see if more people will be piling into the frigid Brick Palace. Cold outside. I was wondering to myself, which is cooler, outside or inside here at the Brick Palace, at the Sheridan Park Gym. 56-35, and he'll hit the free throw. Is Smith. And we have a new body coming in, a couple of them for the Admirals, coming in back into Sean Harrison. And number 93, Amarl Robinson will step in. Getting some playing time for the Admirals as the next free throw drops through by Smith. Full court pressure, ball stolen away by Harrison, who scores. 56-39. Again, the ball stolen away by Smith. Here they come, some pressure. And Hunter will get the half court and have the ball jabbed away. Well, some quick points by the Admirals. Gets them back within 15. Question is, was there enough time for the Admirals to come back? The quarter with the basketball. Gives it to Hunter. Splits defenders. Gets it to the baseline. Long three. Can't get it to drop it. Tracking down the rebound with Robinson. And they lose control of it. Matthews goes in, goes up for the shot. And before the shot, he walks to the basketball. On the spin around by Matthews. Shuffled his feet. And here come the Admirals in front court trying to make a move. Couldn't get by 15. The pass out to the far side, deflected out of play by the Admirals on the good defense by Taylor. Admirals will inbounds, get the Coots. Up and top to Smith. Fakes left, goes right, pulls up beyond the perimeter. He'll get it back. Good defense on him by Hunter. He'll turn it into the defense and then walks to the basketball. Nice defense by the Wildcats. Between McWhorter and Hunter, converging on Smith. He walks to the basketball, a turnover by the Admirals. We have a timeout. We will step aside as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to a special presentation of ISP Sports. The Bremerton Wildcats and the Kitsap Admirals from the Brick Palace. We're back in 30 seconds. And we do the interviews. You can stop stop the recording on top of mine, and that will have a whole just our own separate file for the interviews. Okay. We'll pause that. We'll stop it after every interview. Okay. So whatever we do. 3, 2, 1. And welcome back to the Brick Palace here from the Sheridan Park Gym. The Bremerton Park and Rex basketball. It's the Bremerton Wildcats seniors. DJ Joe Frank's sponsored team. Taking on the Admirals. Ashley Robinson, who owns the Admirals. Of course, one of the subdivisions of the Kitsap Admirals Semi-Pro basketball team themselves. And former Bremerton Knights basketball coach, Ashley Robinson, for the girls anyways. Taylor will drive in after the inbounds and score. 8 points unofficially for Taylor. 58-41. 4 minutes even to go here in the second half. Long shot by Griffin. Can't get that one to drop. And then we have a hand check foul, I think, on the floor. Wildcats will maintain possession. And the Wildcats, they're going to be, I didn't Maybe they're over the limit. They don't show the fouls up here on the scoreboard, so you kind of have to guess what's going on. But what is happening right now, Enoch Taylor at the free throw line, and maybe it's a one-on-one opportunity for the Wildcats, DJ Joe's Bremerton Wildcats. The first free throw is good by McCorder, who's had himself a good game as well. .13 points for him, and make it 14 by Jaquan Davis McCorder. Here's Smith being in the front court. Gets the player off his feet. Serves it up to the baseline. Shot off the mark by Robinson. Off the rebound, pulled down by the Admirals. Gets it down low to Coot. Goes up. He can't get it to drop ball. Tapped out to Griffin. Seeds it back out to Harrison, who can't get down with the draw. Hunter with the basketball. Converged on the backcourt by Robinson of the Admirals. Here's Taylor driving in, taking out to the baseline. They get back out to Clark. Up pick, drives in. Kicks it out for a long three. And that won't drop. By Scott. And picking the pocket of Smith was Taylor, but he's whistled for the foul. 60-41, 2 minutes to go here in the second half. Admirals basketball inbound just off to our left. Harrison will do the duties there. Big kid. Waving. Suave, I guess is his nickname. He drives in, big 1-2, goes up and is fouled on the play. Nice move. And the foul is on Scott. Shooting 2 is Harrison. I got him down for 5, but we got a lot going on over here. But unofficially 5 points for Harrison. Will bend and flex the release and hit the first free throw. Closing the gap. 60-42, I believe. If they put up on the scoreboard. There it is. Smith will go out. Robinson will go out for the Admirals. Devon Taylor-Ray is in the game. Harrison. Brandon O'Neill. Coots. And Ed Griffin. Griffin just steps out. All right, Hunter will work out of the pressure back court. Go coast to coast, get it on the baseline to Scott, now to Clark. Now to McCorder for long three. Can't get it to go, but after the rebound pulled down by Scott. And the Wildcats will settle it down with 1:45 to go here in the game. Clark on top to Hunter. Over to Taylor on the baseline now. Nice pass by Clark. And McCorder couldn't convert the lane after a heck of a pass, but here's a steal by Hunter. Driving in this Hunter. Trying to get it out to the baseline to McCorder, but as the ball stolen away by the Admirals, that come across half court. Taylor-Ray. Gives it to Crozier, has the ball stolen away. Long pass down again to Taylor. Taylor from going out of bounds. Gets it to Clark, who can't convert. Harrison on the run. Going up with a big right. 1-2. Goes in the lane. And is fouled on the play by the Wildcats. He'll find himself at the free throw line. Clock will stop, I guess, with 2 minutes to go in the game. Harrison will be at the free throw line. 17-point bulge for the Wildcats. DJ Joe Frank's Wildcats. And it'll be in the flex as Harrison, and he'll rattle in the free throw. 16-point lead. Come on. Makes the next free throw. I thought they put him an extra point up there for the Admirals. I had 42. Now suddenly with 2 free throws we have 45. Clark inbounds off to our right. Gets out on top to Hunter. Old school clock because it only has the 3. It does not clock down with the tenths. of seconds. Scooping in the lane, nice move. Is Taylor, but he walks for the basketball, turns the basketball over. Nice move nonetheless. Excuse me, that was by Taylor. Nice move by Taylor, but he watched with the basketball. Turnover. 38 seconds to go. Driving in. And I'm surprised they didn't call some kind of whistle there. Throwing the man down was Taylor Ray. But then Smith will drain the triple. 60-48. Hunter will drive down. Gives up to Scott. Can't get the free throw. There's the right-hand runner. Dropped in. Scoring on the play with McWhorter. 62-48. And we have a foul on the Wildcats on Emmanuel Scott, Mountain View Middle School 8th grader. Coming up around the league on the 10th of we'll get to that in a moment. Free throw, back rim, no good. Coming up. Shot underneath. Sorry. Coming up, what do we got? The Admirals. The Wildcats will face them. So they will face the Rim Runners on the 14th. Then the Fab Five plus Luke on the 21st. Then no games on the 28th. And then a little tournament on the February 4th. They'll go through February 4th, and then they'll have the playoffs from that on the 11th of February, and then the Kiwanis Golden Ball Tournament on the 18th of February. Free throw off the mark by Hunter. Score remains 62-48. We got 3 seconds left in this one. And we have a technical. We have a technical on Emmanuel Scott. Who gets applauded by the Admirals players on the sideline. No, it's on the Admirals. Teddy goes on the Admirals. Hunter drains the free throw. I could have swore he said red 5, but nonetheless. Admirals does not have a 5. Good gracious. Okay, so double technical. So Harrison will shoot. He will not shoot. And somehow get an automatic 2 points. We'll have to somebody will have to explain that to me. 3 seconds left. The clock did not start. And we never know if that point will count. Or if that's the game, we go into the clock started 1 second to go. That is going to be that. And the Admirals, they try to make a move back on the Wildcats. But your final score in this one is the Wildcats 63, the Admirals 50. We're back in the postgame show in just a moment. You're listening to a special presentation of ISPN Sports live from the Brick Palace from the Sheridan Park Gym.